As the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines get distributed throughout the country, as Congress passes a stimulus package, investors are wondering where to invest right now. Those trusted stay-at-home stocks or some anticipated reopening stocks. Joining us to discuss what is working is J.J. Kinahan, TD Ameritrade Chief Market Strategist. J.J., good to see you. Good morning. This kind of toggle between reopening type plays, travel, hotels, restaurants, et cetera, and stay at home, whether it be technology or some other beneficiaries, it seems like the market changes its mind day by day, often. So it's not necessarily these trends that are emerging. What do you see your clients do, whether it is just as trading vehicles or for longer term positioning?
Well, what I would say, Mike, is the stay-at-home has had probably more of the votes, if you will, in terms of people's activities than the reopening trade. It's very interesting, even as we started to see more positive news on the airlines and hotel industry with the vaccine rolling out. Overall, our clients have actually been either neutral or net sellers. Like United and Delta, they've actually been sellers overall. Pretty neutral on stocks like Marriott and American Airlines. It's sort of the opposite a little bit of what we saw when this first started back in March and April when our clients came in to buy these travel stocks. It seems like they're not quite as convinced right now, either that or they think that, it's a little bit more of a show me. On the other hand, if you look at the stay-at-homes, you do have things like, DocuSign has been a bigger buy overall. We've seen Netflix be a buy also, and Roku has certainly been one of the top buys over the last couple of weeks as people, have faith, have decided that stay-at-home seems to make more sense to them. So looking at our clients' activity, I would have thought that as soon as the vaccine started rolling out, you would have saw more of the reopening trade start to take place in their accounts, but we're not seeing it to the level that I think many of us would have anticipated.
Well, it's interesting because so many of the stocks that we place in that basket of stay-at-home or beneficiaries of shutdown type economy, they also have these kind of nice, shiny, long-term growth stories. So it seems like there's a sense out there just among investors in general, they want the next new thing, whether it is in the IPO area, SPACs or whatever. I just would love your read on the general tenor of your investor activity right now with all this surge in options trading. It just seems like there's a new energy among smaller investors, maybe pushing some more fringe type stocks as well.
Well, yeah, overall, as you report on a lot, Mike, the retail investor, of course, has been a major influence. I think in 2020 is probably one of the top stories in terms of how the business has changed. Is for years we wanted to get the retail investor back. Well, they're back and kind of back with a vengeance, if you will, in many ways. We've always had derivatives trading as a big part of our trading overall because we spend so much time in education. It has continued to expand as more people have started to understand. And I think one of the things that you've covered before, and I know Bob has, is the fact that for many retail traders, options trading, if they know what they're doing, makes sense because they have a limited capital base. So they can still be involved by using options in their limited capital base. That said, the fringe stocks, occasionally they get momentum, but I also think people have been pretty smart with some of the investments they've made. One of the ones that our clients have been on all year that I don't know if you call it a stay-at-home or a reopening or probably, to your point, one with great maybe growth potential, DraftKings. That's been a really interesting stock in terms of one that our clients have been buying all year as well. And the other one that I think is started to stay at home and expanding really quick has been DocuSign.
Yeah, well, we might be coming to that moment where people are going to have to see if they are enduring growth stories or not. JJ, thanks a lot. Appreciate the time.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.